Good morning, and at long last summer has finally arrived, and not a moment too soon. It's been a very cold and wet spring, but we are now coming towards the end of May 2023, just because I know we're running really behind, so you just have to bear with us in terms of the timeline because life's busy. You know what I mean? Summer's finally arrived. It's been gorgeous. We've had like 20 degrees over the weekend. Been just like this, and you know, everything is all right with the world when the sun shines. It's just gorgeous. You can tell time is passing by my hair, like whether I get bored of it and I cut it all off again. We shall see. I'm trying to grow it, but I kind of get to about this length and then I lop it because I get impatient. But I just wanted to just bring you up here because this is our new little area that we're working on. I showed you the green path that we had put in, which was basically like the footpath, which was really narrow, and it was just it wasn't even very nice to walk down because it was really narrow, it was steep, and it was quite slippery, and it used to like channel water down there, so it wasn't a particularly nice dismount off the hill, and it's quite steep. So we widened that, and that enabled us then to get machinery up here, and it also gives us another access. That is going through the beautiful meadows, which if I just pan round over there, they're looking gorgeous, and the last thing we want to do is be tracking machinery over that. So this just gives us another option for getting access, but also we need to get the machines up here because we had the bun that went sort of, there it is, there's a bit there, can you see that? And then it went up and it went all the way around, and it was about, I don't know, a metre high all the way around the house. I mean, we are in a hole. We're the lowest position on the whole site, but that bund, which wasn't really doing anything other than just being waste material, was just exacerbating the sense of being buried in a hole. So we've now removed that. We've used that to level this area because this was quite ropey, and then behind me we dragged out this beautiful fallen oak which was sort of tucked behind the cabin, and we had this idea that we were going to have like all these beautiful ferns and everything, but it never really happened. So we've pulled it out now so that we can now sit on that, and it makes a very lovely bench. And then behind me here we've done some habitat piles. So these are buried, dug into the ground, and we've got some stones in there, we've got some big old pieces of wood, and we've got bits of sort of, you know, brash and all sorts, and we've just kind of semi-buried it so that reptiles and insects and, you know, small mammals can go in there and they can make little nests for themselves, and it's really good in the summer and in the winter. So we've got two there. We've got a sort of a partially buried high vernacular, which is like a dead hedge, and then we've got that little habitat pile there. And then this area up here, it's big. I mean, it's bigger than our old garden. Just this area alone, it's just so cool. We have started building some planters, and we need, as we were feeling quite proud with these four, and then we realised that actually we need a shit ton more. So we need to cover this area. We're going to get more planters, which we're building ourselves, and then we've got 4 polytunnels on the site. One of which two of which we're using for our log store and our veggies down there, but we've got 2 that are kind of not really being utilised, so we're going to bring them up here. We're going to have one netting for sort of fruit trees and brassicas, and then we're going to have another one just so that we can again just kind of grow stuff more year round, so that we can, the idea is that we're going to become much more self-sufficient with our veggies, which is going to be lovely. We've got lots of pumpkins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pumpkins, because they keep really well during the winter months, and I absolutely love cooking with pumpkin. One of my favourite vegetables. Over here we have, what have we got in here? Yeah, we've got loads of kale. Answer us on a postcard, please, whether or not you need 10 plants of kale. And we actually have a whole other tray of kale as well. We've got beans back there. We eat a lot of beans, and I don't buy them anymore because they come from Kenya and places like that, so they come in by air, which I'm not really digging. We don't do that. We haven't done that for many years. So we've got courgettes. We've got, now, what are you fellas? I did know what you were. You're not aubergines. What are you? Else is on a postcard. And then Toby's done some more sowing, which we've got down here some spinach, some carrots, more radish. We get through radish like it's going out of fashion. We've got spring onions, more courgettes to go in, more courgettes. There's a slight problem with courgettes, is you always have a glutton. And then sweet corn, which we absolutely adore. And I'll just take you down here while I'm at it. There you go. The green path is not so green anymore. It's been well beaten and well used. And we actually need to resurface it. We'll get some more wood chip and make that look all pretty. So what have we got going on in here? We've got, oh gosh, it's warm in here. So there we go. So we've got rocket, some more spinach. We've got more beetroots coming through in succession. More spring onions. We've got Toby's famous tomatoes. He is really quite a good tomato man. We've got beetroots and then a second line of succession, and again radish, which I'm hoping some of those will be ready because I'm definitely ready for radish. Lots of lettuces. Everything's looking a little bit wilty actually. It's a bit warm in here for them. And rocket. These are, I think, ready for our melons, which are going in here. Or are these our melons? But the idea is we're going to grow lots of melons this year. We've got some sugar snap peas. We were going to try celery. We think we may not do this because this is part of the same family. Celery is the same family as the hemlock family, and hemlock is absolutely everywhere here. It really likes this sort of boggy, wet ground, and it grows all around the river. It's everywhere in Cornwall. It's seriously deadly. It's not the sort of stuff you want to be accidentally... I mean, not that I think we would, but I don't really want to take the risk. More tomatoes, so loads still to go in. And then these are my beautiful succulents. This one here really got a lot of frost damage this winter, so he's having a sun holiday and he's rather enjoying it, so he's staying in here for a bit and he's having a bit of a flower. And then this is a new one. This one actually died as well, so I've replanted all of these. This has been in here for about a month, and look at that. I mean, it's just gorgeous. This is sort of our patio area because we've got nowhere else we can put our furniture, so this becomes our kind of de facto patio, which is not the nicest outlook in amongst the cars, but it does get the last of the evening light. And then we were given this, which is amazing. So this is the one we had, which was also nice, and that's up at the cabin now. And then we fixed our table yesterday because it died over winter. It was completely rotten, so we put a new base on it. So this is now, oh yeah, look at that, solid as a rock. So that saved us buying a new table, so that's always really nice. Reuse, upcycle. Look at our poor little house. We are working on it, a little house. We are definitely working on it. We haven't forgotten you. It's just, it's going to take time. Everything is looking very healthy, very happy. I mean, when the sun's shining, really nowhere else I'd rather be. Got all these flowers coming through. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? There we go. Washings on the line. Dee 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 dee. You're next. Well, actually, probably not. Right. It's a beautiful day. Time to put the camera away. Go and do some work. Have a nice day, everybody.